It doesn't require any new software or specialized device. Visit teleflip.com and check out all the nifty options. Remember, if you have an idea for a website of the week, let us know at yourinvestmentshow.com.
I seem to talk quite a bit about the financial challenges of the aging baby boomers. But what about all those small businesses that are owned by the boomers? What's going to happen to those? How much is a particular small business worth? Will all those companies owned by boomers be sold or passed along to the next generation? The Brookside Shopping District in Kansas City, Missouri is populated with dozens of one-of-a-kind small businesses, restaurants, and specialty shops that give the neighborhood a really unique feel. My guest today is Jeff Olson, owner of a company called Pass the Torch Incorporated. We're talking to Jeff from the Brookside neighborhood. Jeff, welcome to Your Investments.
Thank you, Adam. It's great to be here.
Well, Jeff, as it turns out, I grew up in that neighborhood, and I recognize the dime store right behind you. I recall that there was a newspaper article a while back that the longtime owner died and the store went through an interesting transition.
Well, it wasn't easy for them, and it wasn't easy for those of us that shop there and love it, because three things went a little awry. One is the owner died somewhat unexpectedly. Two, an out-of-towner took over for a period of time, and it's difficult to run these things by remote. And three, because of that, the length of time that elapsed from when the owner passed until the new group was established and put it back on the map for those of us that like to go, there was nearly 5 years, and there was a big hiatus in the middle, which is difficult for any business to survive. They're fortunate they did, and they did because they're an icon for the neighborhood.
Is that story typical, Jeff, of how businesses transition?
Well, there's no such thing as typical, of course. There's no comps out there like there's a multiple listing service for houses. But I can say with certainty that it's very unusual for a business to take that long to establish permanent new owners. It's typically a year.
You know, I talk about the retirement of the baby boomers all the time. You know, there's so many people retiring at one time. Do you see something similar coming down the road for small businesses too?
Yeah, my civics teacher used to call that the pig moving through the snake phenomenon. And for all the baby boomers that are retiring, the statistics are really clear. More than 3/4 of the small businesses are owned by those baby boomers in the United States. And as they boom out and move into their later years, those businesses, like 80% of them, are going to change hands in this next period of, say, 15 years or so.
So let's say I'm a baby boomer, small business owner, and I'm considering selling the business and retiring. What steps should I follow?
It's three things. You need to figure out what your business is worth. What is the ability of the business to make money for me or the owner over a period of time? You need to figure out what you need to retire on so that you can understand whether there's a gap between that worth and what you need. And then you need to put together an exit plan. And an exit plan is essentially business owner talk for retirement plan. That is an exit plan for a business owner. Without that in place and in enough time to make the changes that you might need to get the results you want, you may wind up in a situation like these folks had, where the unexpected kind of bites you a little bit and it takes a lot longer and you don't quite get to where you thought you would.
Well, Jeff Olson of Pass the Torch Inc., thanks so much for joining me on Your Investment.
Adam, it was great to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.